Hello there, welcome back to my Minecraft Bedrock Edition Let's Play. I'm just at the Skelly XP grinder, just been repairing some of my tools. I hope you're all well. I've been a little bit busy. I've got a temporary enchanting area here. Like I said in the previous episode, this is probably going to be the main entrance. I'm going to incorporate it into a build that I've got planned for roughly the same coordinates up on the surface. But you can see this farm's working really well. I've got a few bits of tools and stuff built up, so it's not too bad. The only thing I'm struggling with is efficiency for the two pickaxes. The enchantment table gave me efficiency as a bonus on the shovel and the normal axe, but I've had nothing for the two pickaxes, which I'd have needed more really, but there you go. I've wasted loads of books trying to get it. I can't even get like efficiency 2 or 3 so I can combine the books. I've even been fishing as well. Just no luck so far, but I've got a nice set of weapons and tools built up now. I've also finished down here a little bit. The item filter wasn't quite quick enough to deal with the flow of items, so I've knocked everything back a little bit, and there are actually 2 item filters in there now, and that seems to be working out. So we've got lots of stuff there, and this should be pretty much full now. Yeah, this is just temporary. I want to have water streams going off into the main storage eventually. I just don't like having too many storage areas all over the place. I just want to keep everything nice and neat. So, and I've got this bit of a smelter, so you can see the armor goes there, the bits of armor, and then that's the input chest for all the bows. If we go on down, you can see how it works slightly. So we've got 2 sets of 2 furnaces, and those are the fuel hoppers. On top of those is a double chest, and then if you see that top chest is the main input for the bows. And if you can see, we've got 1 hopper facing into that bank and another hopper facing into that bank, and it's the same for the smeltable items, just a bit taller just to get around everything, and then all the drops just into this one chest here. And those at the back, they're actually the drops from the spider killing chamber. So yeah, that's pretty much full. We get the occasional bone and arrows in there because of the spider jockeys. They've made a return to the game. So, but you can access that chest from up here. So, but I needed room down there so I can also hook up the spider drops to the main storage eventually. So I've just neatened it all up a little bit. Looks quite nice. Okay, so this is the base at the moment. My big grey box. It's quite a big area actually, to be honest. What I want to do is put a floor in there, so we'll have 2 floors, and then the main entrance from outside will be around there. And if you look at the top, you can see wooden blocks. Those mark out where the timber frame is going to be for the castle walls. So what I want to do is extend those downwards and decorate the inside of this a little bit. We'd lose a few blocks around the edges, but I don't really mind that too much. It's not really going to be an issue. You can see I've been growing some vines. I actually had a small patch growing in the last episode, which I completely forgot to show you, but it wasn't even growing all that well, to be honest. But now that they're hanging vines, they seem to grow a lot quicker. So I think what I'll do is plant them along all the rest of the walls, and then just call that my vine farm complete. So if we have a look outside, you can get a good idea of the scale of things. You just run out here a little bit. Now all these floors need to be raised, but I'll show you that in a bit. So you can see it's all just cobblestone at the minute. The entrance, as I said, would be about there. So I want to introduce some block variants, which I've already started doing a little bit there, because from there downwards we'll actually be submerged in water. So I want to do some mossy cobblestone and maybe have it trail up a little bit up there. But I'm sort of waiting for the new stairs to come in, and I think a couple of mossy stairs would look good. And then higher up I want to introduce some other blocks, like maybe andesite or smooth stone, or even some brick, stone brick, just to signify maybe some repair work or something, just so it's not just a great big pile of cobblestone basically. If we come round here, I've also plotted out the width and the height of the moat. Yeah, it's just round here. So the moat will be 7 blocks wide, and it's, like I said, it'll be 5 blocks deep. And if I can get up here, so this level signifies where the ground will be. So I'm going to have to raise up the entire island and knock a couple of bits down there, but this is the basic height of the rest of the land really. But there will be a decorative wall along the edge of the moat as well, which is probably about 5 blocks high, I say. So we're going to lose a lot of that anyway. We won't be able to see it from sort of over there, but I still want to decorate it up a bit. It looks a bit bland at the moment. As far as the front's concerned, I said the entrance will be there. I want to have a few stairs coming down, and then a fairly long bridge as a bit of a grand entrance. So the moat at the front will be quite wider than the sides and the back. I'm going to have to experiment a little bit to get it looking right, which means I'm going to have to get rid of all this. I actually planned to either drain or fill this in anyway, just to stop the drain from spawning, you know, just force them all to spawn in the mob farm. But other from that, I've been busy exploring the area a little bit more. If you remember, we've got a mesa biome to the north, so I explored that area a little bit. Basically for about 2,000 blocks it alternates between the mesa and the desert biomes, and then just after that there's actually a savanna, which is useful. I want to get some more wood types and things into the different builds, so I've got some of the acacia, and then just beyond that there's a plains with a village. So I spent the night there, and I eventually locked up all the villagers in their houses. So I had to put some dirt up across the doors so they can't get out. That village is about 3,000 blocks away, so I'm hoping to find another one a bit closer, but if not, that's where I'm going to be grabbing the villagers from. And I found a swamp way out to the west, probably about 2,000 blocks away. I'm really desperate to start finding slime. Obviously I want to make some sticky pistons and slime blocks and stuff, but with the apparent bug or the changes to the slime chunks, I don't want to look them up and dig out a big chunk only to find that it's, you know, it's no longer valid. So I'll spend a few hours over in the swamp, but I've literally only ever found one slime. I've got 4 slime balls in one of my chests somewhere, so that's not going too well either. But I've actually been doing all my travel with the trident, the Riptide Trident. It's actually really fast. It's quite good, faster than a boat, and my boat's actually currently occupied. But depending on the angle, you can travel about 20 to 30 blocks from a single lunge. So it's a lot quicker. I can actually get over to the mesa in like a couple of minutes, if that. The only trouble is that because nothing spawns within the ticking area, as soon as I come outside of it, there's just an explosion of mobs. So all over here there'll be a load of mushrooms. See, they're popping up there. And then in the water it's just dolphins and squid, and obviously all the drowned. I'll see if there's, so yeah, there's a few. You can see. So I almost don't even need a mob farm. I just come outside of the ticking area and I can get like a stack of meat or a stack of ink sacks within minutes. But it's still something I do actually want to build. But today what I want to do, as I've said before, I want to fill all this in. So I'm obviously going to lose my little bit of a kelp farm. So I want to move it inside there. But before I do that, I want to decorate and put the walls in. So yeah, I might do both floors. I don't know, I'll see how I get on for time. But I definitely want to decorate the lower floor first. Probably throw the rest of the vines around. And then figure out where I want to put the kelp farm and super smelter, because this little smelter I've got, it's doing okay now, because I'm not really using those at the moment. I've got nothing to smelt up, but when I was running the 5 furnaces, I was barely making any profit, sort of thing. It was literally, I'd make a batch and I'd have to refill some of these. So there were times where I wasn't making a return on the dried kelp. But like I said, it's a little bit better now that I'm not actually using these, but I do want to scale it up a bit, especially if I'm going to build a super smelter. So I'll get the decoration done. I might even try to do a time lapse, and then we can come back and start planning out where I want to build it. Probably in this chunk, I think. Okay, so hopefully that time lapse went well, because it took a very long time, and literally all the resources that I saved up for the castle. I even had to keep nipping outside to bone meal trees to get more logs. But it's looking quite nice. I've deliberately kept it quite simple and not too ornate, because most of this is going to be covered up with farms, and I might even have my storage in this level. It's a nice open area for storage, I think. There are a couple of things left to finish off, like the big pillars, and these actually mark out the chunk borders, so each one is a corner of a chunk out in that direction. And I also need to work out the main entrance. It should be around there somewhere, and I also need to figure out a way to get up and down rather than using dirt terrors all the time. But it's not looking too bad. I'm quite pleased with it. Got access to the vine farm, and it goes all the way around now. It's quite simple. I just stand with my back up against the wall, and I can just walk along and shearing away. I don't think I'm going to have time to do the kelp farm today. I have decided that it's going to go in this chunk opposite the bit of farmland there, but decorating this basement up has literally taken all my time, so I'll definitely build it next episode. But before I sign off, I'd just like to say a big thank you for your support. As of recording this, I've just hit 10 subscribers, which might not sound like a lot to some people, but it's double figures, and I never even imagined that I'd ever get double figures, to be honest. I'm very happy with that. Thank you so much. But having said that, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, then please do leave a like. If you want to see more, then please do subscribe. See if we can get to that next milestone. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.